Dumelang. My name is Wendy Pamwalefe, and I am a student in Emma Willard School in Troy, New York. And I'm a top achiever. Troy is quite a small town. It's a few miles away from Albany, which is the capital of New York State. I know everyone thinks it's New York City, but no, surprisingly, it's Albany. Albany itself it's a pretty huge city, and well, it's nice. I've been around Albany a couple of times. I've been around Troy, and the people really are amazing. They're super helpful. I mean, like if you need directions or anything, and they're very warm and just very kind. And so are the people in my school. I mean, most of them are from the areas around here, and they've just been amazing. As far as culture shock, I can't really say I had much of one because I didn't come here with any expectations. Of course, I had ideas of what it was gonna be like, but I didn't make those set ideas. I didn't expect to find things a certain way. I just came here open to change and open to whatever might happen, knowing that I was gonna come here and make my mark and do what I came here to do. I definitely think it's important to make friends when you get here because friends will make it that much easier for you to get over your homesickness, for you to be happy, and for you to ultimately achieve what you want to achieve when you get here. Um, you should make an effort to get to know people. Don't just expect them to come to you. You have to show genuine interest in getting to know them too. And it'll just make your time here that much more enjoyable, and there's just something about having someone to connect with, whether or not you guys are the same or like that really isn't important. If you have someone who understands you, someone who you understand, life is just it's just great. I mean, it's I'm not saying forget about your friends back home. Certainly don't do that. Keep in touch with them, but make an effort to make friends here too because this will be your home for a while, and a life without friendship is, yeah, not a life really. Mm. The schoolwork here isn't really more difficult than it is back home, but there is a lot more work to get done each day. I get a ridiculous amount of homework every day, something I wasn't used to when I first came here, and that was something to adjust to. The system is quite different from the system that I was used to, the system that I assume you're used to too. Um, in the classroom, it's I don't know, the feel of the classroom is different than it was when I was back home. I don't it's not a bad different or a good different. It's just different, and it was something to adjust to. It's something certainly I had to get used to. So yeah, that was a bit of a challenge in the beginning, but if you just keep on top of your work, make sure you do the homework that you need to do every single day, and you'll pretty much be fine. Just make sure that you don't get behind, and make sure that you have a timetable because I made one and it helped me. So, yeah, just be responsible about your work and everything will go smoothly. Homesickness. Wow, I was homesick for like 2 months after I arrived here. It it was it was tough, but I mean, I had people around me who genuinely showed care and concern for my well-being, and I guess that made it easier. But I just there was something about not being able to speak Setswana with anyone around me that was really difficult. Not that I didn't expect. I didn't. It was it was really hard in the beginning. But now I do miss home, and there's only a couple of days left and I come home. I'm excited about that. But the homesickness has subsided a bit. I still miss home, of course, but I have made friends here, and I've gotten we're really close to some of the girls here, and they almost feel like family. Being a boarder probably also helped because I'm not the only international student here. There are others, and we were going through the same thing together. So, I mean, we bonded because of that, and it was really helpful. Yeah. The funniest moment for me since I've gotten here, I think, was this one time when a girl in my school asked me where I was from because she noticed I had an accent. I told her I was from Botswana, and she's like, Botswana? Where is that? Is it in East Asia? I laughed and I was like, no, no, no. I explained that Botswana is in the south of Africa. And then she asked more and more questions, and it actually turned into quite a lengthy conversation about my country and where we've been when we gained independence. It was really, I mean, I educated her about my country, and that made me feel really good. So what I would say is, when you get here, let the people around you know who you are, and not only that, but where you're from too. Educate them about our country, and just put us on the map, because for a lot of people to know who we are, a few people have to know first. So start small, but make sure people do know that you're from Botswana and you're proud of that fact. Because really, our country is an amazing country, and the more people know that, the better, in my opinion. What I would say to anyone coming here is be open to change. Be prepared for disappointments, for surprises, and just experience every moment. Also, you need to have goals. You need to have goals because sometimes you find yourself in moments where you're just like, this is really difficult. But if you have a goal, it makes it that much easier to get out of those bad moments. Also, just remember to be happy. Just tell yourself that no matter what, you're going to be happy, and really, that helps a lot.
Hello, my name is Cecilia Malafi. I'm doing my second year of A-levels at Botswana Independent College in Northampton, England. And I'm here with
Shobo. Moshe. Pauno.
And I'm doing the first year of A-levels.
Okay, the big difference that I found between A-levels and your BGCSE and IGCSE is the class size. You'll find out that here the classes are very small, so you get more attention. So that's the positive side of it.
And on my side, I found that one has to do a lot of independent study, because the teacher is not going to give you every bit of notes you need in class. So you're going to have to go and read the subject in a more detailed manner.
And also, when preparing for your final examinations, you can't read at the last minute. Like, it won't work. It won't work at all if you read at the last minute. You are bound to fail.
Well, things here are really, really technical, and so in order to do very well, you have to read around the subject, like around what you are doing, to enrich your understanding and knowledge.
Okay, about homesickness, I must say that I don't feel homesick at all. I've never ever felt homesick at all, because once you get to England, you have to establish a home here. And I've managed to establish a home here, and I feel okay here. Even if I go back to Botswana, I feel okay in Botswana. Both worlds are perfect for me, and I'm perfect. I never feel homesick, but it might be different for the other guys, so let's hear what they say.
With me, homesickness came time and again, but sometimes schoolwork would keep me so busy I don't miss it that much. Sometimes while I'm studying, I get pretty homesick. I think about school a lot. But overall, I managed to cope well with it just by having a lot of friends who I talk to back home.
Yeah, I do feel homesick sometimes, but like Cecilia said, it's all about adapting and getting used to it. So I think I'm good now.
On my side, I find it difficult, like just to be away from my parents for like this long. But I kept in contact with my friends, my family.
The funniest moments at Bosworth Independent College. I used to live with the Nigerian girls, and at one point we actually had a rat. Yes, a rat in England in the house. The rat went up the stairs. We were all afraid. We were all girls. We were all afraid of the rat. So we thought, why not call real men? And we thought, the Botswana students, they're sort of like real men, and apparently they're not. Guess what happened?
So yeah, so we went upstairs, me and Pono, and when the red came out, guess what? Pono was nowhere to be found. And the funny thing was, the big Nigerian guys were standing by the doors, ready to run, and they even ran faster than Pono.
And one other funny moment was in my math class because I'm in class with about 5 or 6 Chinese guys, so they're really good at math. So there's this one guy, one of the girls in our classroom was complaining that it was too cold in winter, and then he told the girl, he was like, why don't you sit in the corner? And then the teacher, everyone was puzzled, like, why should he say sit in the corner? He said, because it's 90 degrees.
Yeah, that was good.